Hello,
Hi,
welcome to Masters of Motorsport with me, Paul Smith,
me, Mark Smith.
and today we're going to just talk about one of our favourite drivers, certainly one of my favourite drivers.
Well, probably the most famous Birmingham resident ever.
The one on the Isle of...
He moved there, didn't he?
Yeah. Let's digress. We are, of course, talking about Nigel Mansell.
Yes.
Nigel Mansell, yeah, he doesn't have that now, apart from in the advert.
Yeah.
So Nigel Mansell, he of course famously lost the World Championship in 1986 with his big tyre explosion in Adelaide. That was a spectacular moment, one of the most viewed moments in Formula 1 history, I'd say.
Showers of sparks everywhere, I think it's probably fair to say.
Yeah, so we got that. He's also won the World Championship in 1992, winning it at the Hungaroring. Fantastic drive from him, and well-deserved championship.
Yeah, but then for whatever reason he wasn't picked up again for the following year, so he decided to move to America and take part in the IndyCar instead.
Which, of course, is where he won the IndyCar Championship in his rookie season, being I think it was the first rookie to win the Kart World Series.
I believe it is.
He also finished third in the Indianapolis 500 as well in his first attempt, which is quite an achievement.
And I think that was also with a dodgy back as well.
Yeah, where he injured it in a massive crash. I think it was at Phoenix. And he had to have several litres of fluid drained out of his back and had painkillers and that. But anyway, he was also the most successful British driver in Formula 1 history in terms of race wins, that is. I think it was 31 race wins. I really should have researched this.
Well, we do have some literature just in case we need it.
Yeah, but 31 race wins. Fantastic for a British driver.
That's probably unheard of now, but you're thinking maybe a couple of new guys that we've got coming in.
That we'll discuss later.
Yes, another edition.
And finally, he had famous BTCC appearances in the British Touring Car Championship. First one, 1993, in the Tucker Shootout, of course, which he had a bit of a crash due to Tiffany Dell. He lost it, and then Tiffany Dell just clipped him, so we'll blame Tiff.
I think fair to say that Tiff helped him on his way.
Yes, which actually was a serious accident. He ended up unconscious.
Yeah, not good all round.
No, not good at all. But then later on, 1998, of course, he appeared for Ford for 3 race weekends, and his most famous being in the wet at Donington Park, where he stormed through the field and unluckily his brakes started failing and he ended up finishing 4th.
But that was also with car Red 55. I couldn't have car 5 because that was somebody else, but he's always famous for having that Red 5. I think that's one of the most sort of memorable bits of his cars that he's raced in. I think is probably one of the images everyone remembers of Nigel Mansell, as well as the Tash.
Well, yeah, I mean, when he got rid of the Tash, of course, everyone mourned the loss of the said Tash. It was a sad day for motorsport and for British sport everywhere.
There was a ceremony on the Isle of Man for that Tash.
Yeah.
Small coffin. Yeah. Cremated.
Yeah, it was the only way to go. But yeah, so what would you say is the most memorable moment of Nigel Mansell's career?
I think the Silverstone win in '92, where he crossed the line and couldn't get round again because the entire crowd lobbed themselves onto the track, lifted him out of the car onto their shoulders. I think there was about 150,000 people all decided to just run onto the track just to sort of welcome him back and show their appreciation for the man. Of
course, there was the one of the most famous points of Nigel's career was when he gave Ayrton Senna a lift back to the pits after the British Grand Prix also.
Yeah.
I think that was 91
when
he did that, and Ayrton just jumping onto the side pod and
holding onto the airbox. The marshal going, "Get off." Senna going, "Get away.
I know what I'm doing."
Forward, Nigel.
Advance. I'd say that's one of my the most memorable moments of Nigel Mansell. I was only young when that happened. I mean, I was only 7. So I think it was 7. 7 when that happened. So
well done for your math skills. He's good at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I am. So that's Nigel Mansell. You have to say he always pushed it to the limit. He never believed in sort of like backing off and taking a back step.
Yeah, he always pushed for the win. always shoved the car. He'd come back into the pit, park firm air. The car would be in ruins. Yeah, he'd still be sort of getting out fresh as a daisy.
The most famous occasion, I shouldn't point. One of the most famous occasions Nigel Mansell quite literally pushing the car to the finish was in Dallas in 1984 with the Lotus, when he collapsed. No, that was Caesar's Palace. But where he collapsed on the start and finish straight from heat exhaustion because it was that hot.
Well, it is sort of a tropic area, so it's quite warm in Dallas.
Yeah. So anyway, that's our first programme. A bit muddled, but what can you help? So next time we'll be discussing somebody else. So why not join us then for Masters of Motorsport?